So now, I will be discussing the categories and classification of arts. Basically, there are four categories of arts, namely the visual arts, performing arts, digital arts, and applied arts. Each of these arts categories have its corresponding classifications. So first, let me discuss the visual arts. So visual arts includes painting, sculpture, and architecture. The current usage of the word visual arts can be associated with fine arts. However, this was not always the case. Prior to the arts and crafts movement in Britain in the 20th century, artists were often restricted only to a person who studies fine arts such as painting, sculpting, or even printmaking, and exclude handicraft, craft, and applied media. And obviously, these forms of arts are interrelated and interconnected. So the example of visual art, which is the Starry Night. So Starry Night is one of the most recognized oil-on-canvas paintings in Western art by Vincent van Gogh, and it was painted in 1889. Another one is Michelangelo's David, is a masterpiece of Renaissance sculpture created in 1504 by the Italian artist Michelangelo. Also, we have here Gardens by the Bay. It is a nature park spanning 101 hectares in the central region of Singapore, and it is home to more than 40 sculptures around the world. So, another category of arts is performing arts. Performing arts is a term coined the 1960s in the United States, and it was referred to as a non-traditional art form with political and topical theme that features live performances that involve sound, dance, songs, and literature. It is rather an event than an artifact. The Futurists were famous for their attempt to revolutionize the culture, including performance such as poetry reading, playing of musical instruments, and distilled dramatic presentation. According to Goldberg, 2001, performance has been a way of appealing directly to the large public as well as shocking audiences into reassessing their own notions of arts and its relation to its culture. It can be performed only once or repeated several times, with or without a prepared script. It can be spontaneous, improvised, or it can be rehearsed. So an example of the performing arts, we have Pandango sa Ilaw, where it is a timeless Philippine folk dance that involves dances, performing while balancing lights. Another example is the spoken poetry, an oral poetic performance art that is based mainly on the poem as well as the performer's aesthetic qualities. And lastly, we have Huling Il Bimbo musical, which is also an example of the performing arts. So that's it for my report, and the remaining two categories of arts will be discussed by my co-member of the group.